We rolling on this. I've been transforming this closet for the last 3 days. I had rug staples I had to get up. I had to get up the padding. I had to get up the frame that would hold the rug down. That had a whole bunch of nails in it. And I'm ready to paint this bad boy right now. So I'm just giving you just a fast review of how it looks now. I lightly painted this wall over here white, but I'm gonna paint the whole thing white, put some tape down along the floor so I can get the baseboard. We're gonna rock and roll with this, without a doubt. Yes, indeed. It's a nice closet. I put on some nice doors here, as you can see. There we go. Some nice doors. Swing open. Big. If you see, look at how it was before, you wouldn't believe it. It was a hot mess. There's shelves that go in here. I'll put some shelves in there. It goes pretty high up. I don't know, it's probably 10 foot ceiling. And you're gonna love it, baby, when it's done. Without a doubt. So I'm showing it to you now, and I'm gonna show it to you when I get finished painting it. Without a doubt. I have all the staples up off the floor. It had a whole lot of staples. I have some shelves I have to paint. Like I said, it goes up about, 10 feet. So you have plenty of room that if you want to stack stuff up, without a doubt. 2 swinging doors, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. It's going to be simply amazing when it's finished. Transform this closet into so many ideas that you can do. You can put a chest of drawer in there, probably even put a bed in there. Make it a guest room. I wouldn't do that. There's no windows. But I'm telling you, it's great, man. It's great. It's great. It's coming along fantastic. I did a lot of work in there. I must have had about 1,000 nails I had, what they were using to hold down the rug, the padding. And if you missed the other video, some of the tools that I used was, I used this to pull these staples up out of the floor. And I also used pliers too. I used this to get up the wood framing that would hold the rug down. I used this and some pliers, hammer if I had nails that I can just pry out without using the tweezers, because it's kind of hard to kind of grip it and pull it out. So I had a couple of different things I had to do. But I'm telling you, I'm really excited about how this is coming along. I have the frame down here for the door. I have to make some adjustments because it wasn't fitting correctly. But I believe that I'll get through that. I'll show you guys that when I get done with it. But I have some nice shelving here that I can stack stuff up on. It's a big closet. So just going through it, getting it done, that's what you got to do, And I hope everyone is taking their time and going through the 3 videos. This is video number 3, but go back and do a recap and go through those videos so you can see how I did everything and you can see how it transformed. And there's safety tips that's involved in the whole thing. So the whole thing is about safety. using the right tools. Don't get cheap tools. Get, nice tools that's going to hold up when you hit it with a hammer. It won't split or splice and maybe hit you in the eye. Wear goggles if you really want to feel a little bit more safer. I definitely would purchase some goggles. If you want to put hand gloves on, because maybe when you're spraying and cleaning the floor, maybe the chemicals might be irritable to your hands. Maybe you'll break out. Everybody's sensitive in their own kind of way. So I would say go through some of those safety tips. If you want to or need to plaster, you can try this stuff right here. Also, if you need to fill in some holes, some gaps somewhere along the line, you might want to do that. And another tip is this. As if you missed it, it's this wood glue right here. Let me give you a little more light. I'm getting some kind of shadow here. There we go. Okay? So this wood glue is very, very good. If you have to go along the edges here, it's not messy. You put it along the edge here, just in case if there's a space between the floor and the molding. So that's what you have to do, is kind of, make sure that you have that covered. I spilled a little bit on the floor. I must have had it open. I thought I had it closed. But matter of fact, since it's open, I can show you right now just a little bit of what you can do. Just take it here, push it in the corner, and draw along the edge. And you can get up in here. And you can run along here. One of the things about this is you don't know, when people built this little box, it might have a fan behind it, whatever the case may be, but you don't know if they actually made a big hole that can let animals in, spiders, anything. So the whole idea is just to seal up everything. You see? Just seal up everything with this wood glue. There you go. See this? Thank you, you guys who just signed on. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm using here. I'm using this wood sealer and wood glue. It's very important because what it does is it seals up any cracks, anything, stops spiders from coming in, maybe even roaches. If anybody has any roaches, water bugs, whatever you think that might get in there, this wood glue is really good for at least nailing down wherever these things might be coming from. So I don't have that problem, but anybody who might have that problem, this is what you can do. And I'll hit it down here. You don't have to be shy with this stuff because it'll find its way in to wherever it needs to seal. And I'll get over here in the corner here. if I can. I might have to use some other kind of a tool to get in there. Can't really get in there the way I'd like to, but I'll figure that out some kind of way. I'll run along here. And I'll come down here. I had done this part yesterday, but it could never hurt to put a little bit more, because the whole idea is you want to seal up everything. Some paint and some primers are sealers, but nothing's going to work as good as this stuff still. That's how you gotta do it. Keep watching, everybody. Keep watching. If you're looking to save some money, you can say you learned right here. You say, oh, Joe, save me some money. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. We're going to seal that all the way around. We're going to use this extra strength Bond wood glue. I'm doing a lot of work here in this closet here. It was a mess. If you look at part 1, 2, and 3, you can see how much it transformed after I painted. It's going to be a whole different ball game as well. Got some of it on my hand. It's coming along, you guys. It's definitely a lot of work. Definitely a lot of work. Just seal up as much as you can. Thank you, everyone that just signed on. If you missed anything, you can check out the other videos. That's part 1, 2, and 3 on here. This is part number 3. Transforming this closet. Right now I'm sealing certain areas. You get it all the way down the line. Seal the top and bottom. The bottom down here and up top here. Summertime's coming, so you don't want any ants. You want to eliminate where you might have any ants coming in. This is a great thing to do here. to seal up everything. Top and bottom of the baseboard. Sealing up the top and the bottom of the baseboard. That way in the summertime, ants won't find their way in. If they even think that they're gonna come in, it's not gonna happen. And after I paint in here, this is gonna be really transformed. See that? The top and the bottom. This stuff is so great, you can even see a spot that you might have missed. And you come on over here and get this spot. As it seeps into certain areas, you might have to put a little bit more in. And you can see that if it seeped into certain areas, you can just grab it and put a little more in. And I'll come on over here. And hit that spot. There we go. This is coming along, everybody. This is really coming along. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming on in. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. This spot here. Okay, hit this one spot again. This stuff is not too expensive, but whatever the case may be, it gets the job done. And that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of getting your job done. Well, that's about it for that right now, everybody. Thank you for people signed on just now. I'm transforming this closet. If you go to video 1 and 2, you'll see how it used to look before, and you're going to see it when it's done or close to done, when I do another video on this. Transforming this video or this closet into something that you can be truly, truly proud of. Probably those old hooks, I'll probably just get new ones. Doesn't make sense to keep them or paint them. But I have a lot of room in here. The ceiling, like I said, is about 10 feet high. Very long closet. I got shelves I can put here. So there's a lot that I can do here. A lot. You can put a rug, if you want to put a rug in here, or some kind of an industrial rug that doesn't have too much hair or doesn't require much maintenance as far as vacuuming. You can do that if you want to, step on something soft in here. There's a lot of ideas that you can do in here, but the whole thing is to get this closet straight, because it was a hot mess. If you look at the videos of 1 and 2, you'll see that this is video number 3, and it's come a long way without a doubt. So after I painted here, I just lightly touched that wall back there with white paint. Just when you can see it's not painted at all. But when I paint this thing here with white semi-gloss, you just might be able to put a bed inside here, and even though it's almost big enough to be an extra room, small bed, or a lounge chair or something. But who would want to sit in the closet anyway, So, but without a doubt, it's come a long way. Don't worry about that dripping down there, because that's really no big deal. I can wipe that before it actually dries hard, and just go from there. And I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I hope you learned something new. And check in the description that if you want to donate a little something to help me keep these videos going, I'd appreciate it without a doubt, because we do a lot of things to encourage people to save money, especially if you go somewhere and you buy a rug for a couple of $1,000 and you want to, then you pay $300 or $400 to have them install it. This is DIY. You can learn how to do it yourself, safe and effectively. And some ideas that you can do to just modernize it, paint it, just some things to save you money. So if I save you money, it would be great that if you can donate a little something. But if you can't, whatever the case may be, I appreciate you stopping by without a doubt. So, just about wrap this up. Just see if there's anything that I overlooked. The framing is all solid. The shelving is very solid. Like again, I said I use this wood glue, original wood glue, industrial standard, professional strength, interior use only. Sands easy. All right? So that's great that this stuff is sandable. Very, very important that it's sandable, that if you happen a little mess anywhere around, you can take some light sandpaper and sand it, or at least sand it down to where you can hardly see it, and then paint over it. So there's a lot of advantages. One thing I would suggest too, that if you're not using primer to cover up something like this that won't come off, you can hit it with a little bit of sandpaper. Let me see if I can grab some to give you an idea of what you might be able to do. Okay. You see this spot right here, if you can see it on the camera. If I hit it with some sandpaper, You see? Look at that. That one spot is gone. Because when you paint it without using primer, it may bleed through. See this spot here? Let's see what happens when I hit it with the sandpaper. Look at that. That one is gone. Look at, let's say, look at this. All right? There we go. So it's not going to bleed through my, if I'm not using primer and I just put white on, these spots would probably bleed through and I have to keep painting it and painting it and painting it. And cleaner's not getting this off. So I would suggest that if you really think it's going to be a problem, like something over here, see this? This is a hot mess. So if you don't want to, if you put primer on it, you don't have to worry about that's not going to show. But if you don't want to buy primer, you don't have a lot of areas to cover, then I would say get some sandpaper like this and watch it before. Give you an idea of what this is going to look like now. See how that lightened up a lot? You could use a coarser sandpaper that you may not have to work as hard, but you don't know if it'll do any damage to the wood. You see how that's looking now? I'm not going to need any primer to get that off now. Let's see. Do I have any other sandpaper? Give me a second. I might have some other sandpaper. Here goes some other sandpaper I have. It's a little bit more coarser. Let's see what it does with this spot. There we go. Now that's a lot better. There we go. That's a lot better. Now, worry about those spots bleeding through. So that's just one of the tricks of the trade. You know, one of the tricks of the trade. So that's how you gotta roll. But everyone, hit one more spot here. Let's see that I need to do. And that's how you do it, baby. Look up in the sky, a bird, it's a plane, it's Black Pinoy without no wings. He can jump, he can skip, he can run, he can hop. And I can tell you right now that I'll never stop. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video.